The Galactic Concord had a long list of ridiculous legends creatures, said to once roam the early spiral arms. They were called apex phantoms, the undying, the fire drinkers, the void-touched. Every species had their own variations, but all agreed on one point: humans were not real. They were a cultural joke, a cosmic fairy tale. Children scared each other with bedtime tales of mythical humans. Who could survive atmospheres toxic enough to strip the scales off of our Koth? Who could outrun a Tarsk hound? Who could most absurdly of all fight even after losing limbs? Of course. Adults laughed. Every academy scholar on every civilized world insisted the same thing: humans are just alien folklore. They never existed. So when the Virelian explorer ship *7 discovered an uncharted, pre-industrial blue world at the galaxy's fringe, no one expected anything unusual. The system had a standard star, a few gas giants, and one green world covered in oceans. The crew descended to the surface to collect soil samples and maybe catalog new forms of plant life. They were not prepared for the bite waiting for them on the shore. Commander Rilvori was the first to see it, tall, broad-shouldered, wrapped in strange fabric, staring at them with binocular forward-facing eyes, predatory eyes. Rilvori froze. The being raised a hand. Hey, a single syllable. Calm, friendly, confident. The crew panicked. A predator. Greeting them? With vocalizations directed at them, Rilvori activated her translator, voice trembling. Identify yourself. The creature tapped its chest. Human. The crew erupted into frantic, simultaneous screaming. Rilvori shut her translator off to avoid auditory damage. It didn't help. Her brain still processed the truth delivered in that single word. Human, a creature that should not exist. A myth, a nightmare, a story used to frighten younglings. And it had just introduced itself like meeting aliens was normal. Once the shock wore off partially, the crew attempted communication. The human, who introduced himself as Lucas Avery, laughed when they admitted they thought his species was fictional. You think we're the myth? He asked. Buddy, you should see what we say about you guys. They didn't know what buddy meant, but the tone was horrifyingly casual. Rilvori stepped closer, scanning the human, fleshy, unarmored, soft-looking, and yet his body systems ran hot, dangerously hot. His muscles held dense, coiled, potential energy. His bones were hard enough to make the scanner wind, and his brain gods, the neural activity was chaotic, unpredictable, brilliant. Your physiology is impossible, she whispered. Thanks. Lucas grinned. We get that a lot. The grin revealed teeth, blunt, but numerous, meant for omnivorous creatures who could eat almost anything. Rilvori updated her internal notes. Not just predator, adaptive apex predator. Lucas guided them through the forest, pointing out edible plants, dangerous animals, and casually recounting stories of humanity's survival challenges. We once lived on a continent where everything tried to kill you, he said. So your world is hostile? Rilvori asked. Lucas shrugged. It builds character. The crew exchanged horrified glances. Hostile. His world was a nightmare death trap by galactic standards. Then came the moment that sealed the legend. A razorback stalker, 6-meter, armored apex ambush beast burst from the undergrowth, charging the group. The crew screamed. Lucas didn't. He moved. He grabbed a fallen branch, just a branch, and swung it with impossible force. The crack echoed through the forest. The beast stumbled. Lucas shoved the crew behind him and let out a roar so powerful it vibrated the leaves. The stalker fled from a creature half its size with no armor and a stick. The crew stared, trembling. That was not threatening, Rilvori squeaked. Lucas wiped sweat off his forehead. Oh, that basic survival stuff. You should see what happens when we're actually stressed. The *7 returned to the Concord with holos, scans, and direct eyewitness testimony. Galactic civilization collectively lost its mind. Scholars collapsed. Biology departments rioted. Children cried. Adults cried harder, because the myths weren't myths. Humans were real. And worse, they were friendly, which meant they were coming, and nobody knew whether that was the best or worst thing to ever happen to the galaxy. Rilvori wrote the final report. Humanity does not merely survive. Humanity endures. Humanity adapts. Humanity overcomes. They are not our myths. They are not our monsters. They are something far more dangerous. They are potential allies. And somewhere on Earth. Lucas Avery stared at the stars above, smiling, because the galaxy had discovered humanity. and humanity was already preparing to discover the galaxy right back.